game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. He'll bring it out. It's Bennett. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. On the run, it's Moulton. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot.
There he goes, running through contact. The 30, he's at the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. This drive at their own 25. They go to the ground. Doing there, he gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, that's a great example of KYP. Know your personnel. A QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside the pocket. Nice job by the defense applying pressure and running him down and getting the huge loss.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down will be the last resort. Catch in the middle, it's Rodriguez. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down.
I mean, the great news is you just came up with a huge completion on 3rd down, but the bad news is you're still miles away from picking up this first because of how poor you were 1st and 2nd down. Moving forward in this game, the offense has got to do a better job early in the drive to at least give them a chance to have some success.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. From the gun, the ground game. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Underwood. He'll take the deep shot. He's got it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And the Gamecocks are threatening on 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Got his man quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's 3rd and goal.
trying to slam in.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. A field goal here would make it a two-possession game, but they elect to leave the offense on the... The sneak scores it.
In a 4th and goal situation, bring in the beef. The goal line package, all the heavy guys, the tight ends, and just pound the rock when you need it. Running back falling forward, getting the touchdown. Offense just went big on your booty.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. UCF found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Knights football today. Those folks in Orlando won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. He's looking deep. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make...
Turning it on! He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Gilmore. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give from the gun. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. And the Wildcats really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Makes the grab on the left. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So first down here as they go back to work. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Toss to the outside. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
The short hands, it's Rodriguez. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude. They didn't.
It'll be third and long. To the air. It's Underwood. That's caught. It's Clark. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game, Dave.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it all in that last play.
The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Wildcats come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Gilmore. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kentucky! It's a much-needed line from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. If you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And after the extra point, they cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Here's the handoff. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Here's the pressure. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Now, on the third play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
And the Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
He's got it on the right. Breaks into the open. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
The Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the jet motion. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Red pass, it's complete. Touchdown, South Carolina. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead, that gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Second down, they'll go to the air. He slings it deep to the left. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're
looking to take a shot. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. He gets a block. Bulldozes his way through. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Special teams proving to be special. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners.